Good day, colleagues. Welcome to this workshop on gender-based teaching. So today we will be discussing the use of literary and visual texts to explore generic elements. Also, here's a quick overview of this presentation. So first of all, we will look at CAP's gender background, which is the expectations of CAPS about gender teaching. And then we'll look at the communicative language teaching approach, which is the language teaching approach that should be used when teaching genders. And then we'll look at the theme and text selection. Then we'll look at the genre elements of the short story. And then I will take you through some activities for the day. And then we'll conclude our presentation, our workshop for the day. Okay, so CAPS gender background. What does CAPS say about teaching different genders? So CAPS encourages gender teaching in the FET phase. CAPS says that learners should be exposed to a variety of texts in the FET phase. It puts emphasis on short stories and visual texts. The curriculum aims to promote critical thinking and social relevance. It encourages the teachers to avoid sensational texts like rape and murder and etc. Okay, so communicative language teaching approach. So what is communicative language teaching approach? Communicative language teaching approach emphasizes interaction as the means and the ultimate goal of teaching language. It emphasizes that e-lessons should be learner-centered and discussion-based, meaning that e-learners should be actively involved in the lesson. We use the inductive text-based teaching approach where the comprehension and analysis emerges naturally from engagement with the text. So the text should trigger prior knowledge. Text selection and justification. So today for this presentation, I've chosen forbidden clothes and a visual image of a Muslim lady who is stuck in a Western society. So these texts, they explore cultural identity, autonomy, societal expectations, and societal expectations. These are relevant local and current 2025 themes. These texts, they are relevant to grade 11 learners. They promote engagement and meaningful discussion. So now let's move to generic elements of this short story. So first of all, we have characters. So we have our protagonist, Nasreen Khan, a 15-year-old girl who just emigrated from Pakistan to England with her parents. So Nasreen, she feels ostracized because her language, clothes, and religion mark her as different in this society. The way she dresses, it marks her different from the other kids in school and within the society, within the community. So she starts wearing forbidden clothes because of this, of the pressure that is getting from the other kids. She sees the autonomy that other kids have to wear whatever they want. And then now she starts also to want to be able, she wishes she was able to wear things that she likes, rather than being forced to wear these cultural clothes. Nasreen swears not to be a victim like her mother. Her mother is a housewife, she always takes care of everybody. But Nasreen wants to be different. Nasreen wants to go to school. She wants to go to university and further her studies. So she is about to turn 15. She is 15, she's about to turn 16. And then when she turns 16, her family would marry her off. So now Nasreen in this story is using the last few months before she gets married away to a stranger. She's using them to enjoy her freedom. So what Nasreen does, she runs away from home and lives with the Deppen family. Okay, so secondly, let's look at the antagonists in the story. The family and the society, they constantly put pressure on Nazarene. They are saying that Nazarene is not is a disgrace to their culture. So these people, they act as antagonists in this story. So this is pressure, it stems from her family's conservative Islamic traditions and expectations regarding clothing and behavior, which clash with her desire for personal freedom. While her parents, particularly her father and her mother, are figures of authority who enforce these rules, they act as symbols of societal norms that ultimately oppose Nazarene's individuality. Then we have supporting characters like Louise Dibben and her family, the friend for Nazarene. So now the setting of the story. Where is the story taking place? This story is taking place in Menton Close, Midlands, England. It takes place in two homes in a Western culture-dominated society. The Khan's home is a traditional and conservative with everything. They follow the Pakistan tradition, the way they wear, the way the food, and the way they behave within the society. They follow their tradition. The Dibben home is more modern and has a feeling of nature chaos. That is Louis' home. The time the story is happening is modern because it is indicated from these girls' clothing. They wear heels, they wear short skirts, and they put on wigs. So the conflict, let's now look at the conflict as one of the generic elements of the story. So in the story, we find the external conflict. So this is a conflict between the character and the society. So when Nazarene here in this